All right. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, depending on where you're coming from across this great wide world. And I hope that today is going to help you get started with Partner Center. That's the whole goal. Now, if you meet a certain criteria, this webinar may not be for you. And that is those who are already working in Marketplace, have a Marketplace or program, an account already set up in Partner Center. So Partner Center is that part, losing my words here. Partner Center is that portal that partners use to create and ongoingly manage their offers, their solutions that they're selling to the public via the Azure Marketplace. So that's what we're going to talk about today is getting started with Partner Center. So with that, I'm going to jump over here and show you that this is today's topic, and there's my contact information right there on the screen, David star@cumulus26.com. Please feel free to reach out for any reason whatsoever. I always love a good conversation around Marketplace. And with that, let's just jump over to a slide view and we'll get started here. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to hit on first, registering as a partner, right? And that is the essence of getting started. Then we're going to look at how do I enroll in the right program so that I'll be able to sell my solutions on the Azure Marketplace. And finally, when you get started with Partner Center, there are some decisions that we need to make about how to include people to come along with us on this journey. That is, there are different people in your organization, often it's bigger in medium and larger size organizations. There are different people responsible for different elements of create an offer. Not so much the case in startups. They tend to do all-in-one sort of things, where one person might be responsible for setting up the account and selling offers and setting them up and Partner Center, the whole deal. But in any case, it's often that we need to add more than one individual. In fact, you should have more than one person assigned to your Partner Center account. We're going to look at how to do that. Now, we're going to get started with registration. That is signing up to be a Microsoft partner. And this is our first step toward getting access into Partner Center. So we start here with partner.microsoft.com. And with that, I'm just going to jump over there to that URL and we'll get started. So let's see here. Actually, let's see where the URL up here reads partner.microsoft.com. Super easy to remember. This is exactly what you should recall when it comes time for you to go set it up, set up your account. Feel free to go there now and follow along with me. Now, there are two things here that we're given options to. One, of course, is become a partner. Great. This is the selection I'm going to make if I do not yet have a Microsoft work account. So Microsoft offers two types of accounts that you can use to log into Microsoft services. One is a business account, and then you can also obviously have personal accounts. So with that, oh, I got my toolbar on the wrong window. There we go. So with that, let's jump over. Let me back up just a little bit. So if I already have one of those work accounts that Microsoft needs from me, then I'll go ahead and here, let me just change our stage up just a little bit here. There we go. So if I need a new account, a new work account with Microsoft, I'm going to select become a partner. Otherwise, I will sign in. Now, I'm going to, in our case, select become a partner. that just takes me to another web page, frankly, but this is where we kick off the actual program enrollment. So let's select become a partner. This link will take us to the same place. And here is where we start to think about what types of partnership do we want? What type of things are we going to sell? And with that, we have the partner program in general, which of course we want to sign up for the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program. Yes, that's part of what you want. There are plenty of benefits to go along with that. But secondly, we want to ensure that we select this build option. This build option will enroll us in a program that allows us to sell our software through Marketplace. Now, you can select any of these other options that you choose that you think are appropriate to you, like selling X games and Windows apps, even hardware. If you're a seller of hardware that runs with Windows, you can sign up for those sorts of programs. In any case, I'm going to select next. I've got those two magic ones created, the first and second, right? Now we come back to a question about what type of Microsoft account do I have, or do I have one at all? And if the answer is I have a work account, like I do, David at cumulus26.com, if I'm associated to that, then I'm going to select login with account. If, however, I don't yet have a Microsoft account, and it's a good idea to kind of think about this as people in my organization haven't worked with Microsoft yet. I'm getting started. I'm the first person who's going to create a Partner Center account. If that's you and you don't yet have a work account, you can click Create Work Account. And this will take me through a flow that will set up that account. Now, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit and take us back to slides for a moment and jump off from this starting point, okay? And the reason I'm going to go to slides for this is because you don't want to watch me fill out big forms. That's one good reason. The other we'll see in a moment is that this enrollment process might just take more than one branch of logic as you go through the work sign up process. So here we go. We are creating a new work account. We have to put all of this information in, including global administrators, user account, and it may be you. It might be someone. There we go. It might be you. It might be someone else with an Azure account in your organization who's going to be responsible for your work account, your account in Partner Center is what I meant to say. Okay. So next, after we fill out some of the details for our work account, we have been provisioned an account in Partner Center. That is, Partner Center is ready for us. We're good to go. And so I'm going to select that next button, which will take me to my first decision that I have to make within Partner Center. And you only have to make this once. Remember, a few moments ago, we told the partnership program what sort of things we want to do with it within the program. Now what we're selecting is what is our primary role, program rather, what's the primary program that we want to use in Partner Center? And the answer for us is Commercial Marketplace to sell on Azure. Next, as we go through this process of selecting the Commercial Marketplace program, click Next, what happens? Here we're brought to a company information page, and this page actually has two options here. One is to look up your organization. This is what we're doing on this page. We're going to look up our company. So our company must exist. in order to have an account like this. So we're going to look up our company by name and details. Alternatively, we can look it up with a DUNS number, should you happen to have one for your organization. What this amounts to is you got to go look up your company, look yourself up, and essentially confirm the address of your organization that Microsoft comes up with. It'll show you, is this your address? You say, yes, that's me. And now we go all the way into Partner Center, and this is the dashboard that we get taken to. Now, the one thing to note about this dashboard is that not all of these tiles may be showing on your dashboard at first, but there's one magic one that we want to see, and that is this Marketplace Offers program, or Marketplace Offers tile, sorry. Why does this show up? Well, this shows up because, let's see, I'm just looking at comments real quick. I'm waiting, or I will occasionally look over and see if there are comments on the live stream, and if so, then I will be happy to answer them, whether they are as we go or toward the end of the session. But ask me anything that you like, and we'll cover it in real time if we can here. Okay, so with that Marketplace Offer tile on our screen, let's think about what might happen if it doesn't appear. And maybe you selected a different program rather than the Microsoft Commercial Marketplace program when you were setting up your Partner Center account. So in either case of I didn't sign up for the right program, or I want to sign up for a new program, let's jump over to Partner Center itself. And here's Partner Center getting started. I am going, remember this screen is how we get our account created, our work account created. So I'm going to select partner.microsoft.com, go back to that base URL, and then up here at the top, please notice that we've got this Partner Center link. This will take us to the Partner Center dashboard. Let's go ahead and select it. Here we are in the dashboard, just like we talked about a few minutes ago, and we do happen to have the Marketplace Offers tile. So we know that we're in the right program. What if you're not? Well, if you're not, you can come up here to this little gear, that's our settings, and then we go into account settings. Within account settings, we are going to select the programs option in the leftmost menu. And this program options is the ability to enroll in more than one program. Remember, we had to select one and only one as we were creating our initial account, but now we're going to be able to select other programs should we choose to enroll in them. Here you can see that I've already enrolled in the Microsoft Commercial Marketplace program. And importantly, as part of doing that, when you do that the first time, you need to accept, or at least read through and then accept the Microsoft Marketplace agreement. So there's basically a EULA that goes along with you working in Partner Center and selling your software and marketplace, of course, and that is it. This is the EULA, and so we need to accept that. There are, however, other programs that we can join, or if you're not yet joined in the Microsoft Commercial Marketplace program, but you have a Partner Center account, you'll come in here and you'll find the Commercial Marketplace tile as an option under other programs. So we're looking under other programs. I might choose to be someone selecting a, maybe I'm creating extensions for Edge, right, for a browser. I click on the Get Started link, and it'll take me through the steps of getting set up as a partner with the Microsoft Edge program. Now we're good to go because we've already got the Microsoft Commercial Marketplace program. So we're going to go ahead and jump over to a different topic, and that is user management. So we've gone through the steps of creating our Partner Center account. We've been successful. We're all good to go, except for the fact that there's only one person now. If you have followed this stream of actions, there's only one person in your organization allowed to use Partner Center, and that's you who signed up for the account. What do we need to do here? We're going to jump into just a quick demo around user management. There's a bit more intricacy to user management, or I should say there can be more intricacies to user management than what we'll show here, but this is what you need to get started collaborating with Partner Center in your organization. So let's jump back over to Partner Center, and from here we're already up in settings. Remember, we clicked settings, and now I'm going to go to user management. User management will show us the accounts that are in our associated Microsoft tenant or Azure tenant. So that means that when I set up a professional account, one of the parts of that is provisioning an Azure tenant for you. An Azure tenant, think about it as a place to manage users. In this case, you can do a lot with an Azure account, obviously, but for our purposes, it's a place to manage users that we can then include in Partner Center. So, for example, I've got one individual here, Julio, who is like me, a global admin, and has all the permissions that one might have. However, let's say that we have another person who is our chief financial officer. Now, this is important because we have to assign a specific role to someone, enabling them to come and fill out our payment and tax profiles. So, what are payment and tax profiles? Microsoft obviously needs to pay you, and Microsoft will also collect taxes in most markets for you from your customer, so that you don't have to worry about that either. And there are different ways to set these things up that are very specific to people who have financial expertise across your company. So we're going to make sure that Sarah, who is our chief financial officer, has those capabilities. Before we do that, we could add a user, and when we do so, we can do it from 3 different places. One, we can create a new user right here. And so if we choose to do that, we'll be taking through a set of steps that allow us to create a new user account and then send an email to that new user saying, click here, join Partner Center, etc. Additionally, we can add an existing user, which is what we're going to do next. If Sarah had an account in Partner Center like she does, but it isn't showing up here, and that can happen for a couple of different reasons. But we know that there's an existing account in Azure. We're going to select add existing users. That'll let us do that. It'll also let us work with Sarah if we like, or we can invite people from outside of our organization. This is especially useful if, let's say, you are a seller and you want someone else, maybe some organization that you have contracted with, to come in. I'll say like Cumulus 26, right? If you're working with an organization like Cumulus, who will be working along with you in Partner Center, or maybe even managing Partner Center on your behalf, you can invite those outside users to have accounts within Partner Center. Now, once we've done that, what's more interesting about working with these users, I'm going to select Sarah, is that they have different roles that they can play in Partner Center. For example, a CFO like Sarah may need to work with tax and payment profiles, but she'll never work with creating a new offer and setting up its technical details, right? Conversely, a developer who's going to be working inside of Partner Center is there because they want their they want to fulfill all of the technical details, right, for any given Partner Center offer or plan. And then thirdly, I'll just give the example of someone in marketing who is responsible for setting up the offer collateral, things like the descriptions, the logos, and all that good stuff of both offers and plans. And often that goes to a individual within your marketing organization. So I'm going to bring this view into focus here. We can change Sarah's name should we choose to do so. We're not going to do that. Here is her email address. And then we look at the different roles that are applicable. And there are many here. And one is that you can manage the entire Partner Center account. If that's what you want this person to be able to do, set them as a global admin. Okay. And notice there are other things along the way that you can do. Next, we don't want that for Sarah. Next along the way, we can see that there is program enrollment, account administration, and we will allow Sarah to do some account administration should she need to bring in another user or maybe remove one that exists in Partner Center. Business profile admin. This one's good for Sarah because she'll be able to put details in about our company and business. And let's see, co-sell solution admin. When we co-sell with Microsoft, which is a whole nother program, that is co-sell is a program that sort of works like this. When you have your offer in marketplace and it's succeeding, you're doing some business with it, you can join this co-sell program that will allow, or I should say enable, Microsoft representatives to sell and recommend your solution to their customers. So the Microsoft field will become familiar with your organization and think about it as a opportunity to sell something to their customers they're working with. That will obviously bring you business. So this one's a big decision as to who is going to be involved in your co-sale solution administration. In our case, we'll go ahead and add Sarah. Let's see, referrals, support requests, all sorts of things. No, we don't want Sarah picking up support request tickets, but we did put her in, let's see, the account admin, business profile, co-sell. Yeah, there we go. That's good. And the next thing we need to do is think about roles applicable if she's going to be a developer in the program. Now, as CFO, Sarah's obviously not a developer. However, we're going to give developer permissions to Sarah. Why is this? Sarah may or may not, depending on her role, want to come in to Partner Center, create an offer, and publish that offer. Probably not in the case of CFO, but in many cases it is true. So you know what? On second thought, I'm not going to enroll Sarah as a developer. She doesn't need to come in and create those offers. It's going to be developers in our company. It's going to be marketing managers, people like this. And what is it that we do want Sarah to do? We want her to come in as a financial contributor so that she can perform those financial setups and configurations that I talked about a few moments ago, where she sets up, here's the bank account we want you to pay us in, and here's our tax information so you can collect tax on our behalf. So that's what we're going to allow for Sarah. So we'll set her up that way and select update. Now, as everyone knows who's used the tool, Partner Center goes lickety split. It is just the fastest thing on earth. Okay, maybe not. You can see now that when we look at Sarah's profile, she has these different capabilities that we've had added to her account. All right. And Sarah will be able to come log into Partner Center and use only those pieces of Partner Center for which she has permissions. So, this is an overview, a base setup of how you configure your users in Partner Center. All right. Now, with that, we've really taken a trip through how to get started, right? We got to first have a Microsoft Work account. Let me actually jump over here. We need our Microsoft Work account so that we can go through the process of setting up these other things. We registered as a partner. You saw what that looked like. We came in, made some selections about what kind of partner program we want to enroll in. And we just within a few minutes became a Microsoft partner. It's just that easy in the Cloud and AI partnership program. Next, we want to make sure that we're using the Microsoft Commercial Marketplace program. We saw two ways to do that. One, as you're setting up your Partner Center account, it will prompt you the first time you go into Partner Center, which programs do you want? Secondly, we saw that once you're in Partner Center, you can go to settings, and from settings, we can go into the programs selection that's on the far left of the menu in Partner Center settings and select programs. Go into programs and we can administrate the programs we're enrolled in. And finally, we saw how to add users into our Partner Center account so that they can perform various activities in addition to ones that you might be performing. Great. Now, let's look at what is coming up next for you with Cumulus 26. And that is on September 2nd at 10 a.m., same time, same place, we will cover structuring your Partner Center account. This is sort of a natural next step to what we've done today. Today, we have enabled you to set up and get your account created, get some structure around your users and stuff like this. But it turns out there are elements of Partner Center that get interesting as your company grows within the program. So as an example, if you happen to be an organization that is selling globally, or maybe you have global presence, that is, you have one, your company headquarters is in Lincoln, Nebraska in the United States, and you've got another branch of your organization that sells its products in Europe, in the United Kingdom, or in France. Well, there are very definite ways to set that up incorrectly, right? It's easy to set that up incorrectly, in fact. And so in our next webinar, we're going to talk about how not to do that. Follow us over at LinkedIn. Cumulus 26 is the company name. And if you follow us there on LinkedIn, you'll be alerted to all upcoming webinars before they happen. All right. So here we go with what we can do for you. Of course, we had to cover a slide like this, right? So what can Cumulus 26 do for you? First of all, we're committed to making sure that your Azure Marketplace journey is as quick as possible and as quickly executable as possible. And what that means is if you come to us, particularly with a SaaS offer in most cases, we can get you up and running in less than a week, so long as your organization is committed and able to come up with the marketing assets and such as this. for the offer. But for the technical implementation, we at Cumulus 26 can get you going very quickly. But beyond that, we are experts in all of the offer types available in Marketplace. So if you want to sell a VM, a container offer, a managed application offer, we can help you with that. And I would just say, to get started, reach out to us at some of the contact information here on the screen, either our website or even my email directly is shown here, and let's start a conversation. Let's see. The last thing I'll say is thank you very much, with one more anecdote about Cumulus 26, and that is, we didn't just write the manual on how to use Marketplace, we wrote Marketplace. We are part of the team inside Microsoft who created the Marketplace and gave its features to it. Now, some of us, me especially, have left Microsoft. We no longer work there and instead are bootstrapping Cumulus 26. So with that, we look forward to serving you as a Microsoft integrator, a Marketplace integrator, and we're really looking forward to you reaching out and starting a great conversation. And with that, I'll let you go. Thank you so much. It's been really nice to be able to engage with so many people. I've watched comments go through the threads, but it was kind of a conversation between attendees more than it was questions for what we were doing. But if you have any sort of question at all, go ahead and contact us at that contact information that I provided on the previous screen. And with that, I will say to you, have a wonderful day. Thanks.